it's Daniel with Sit Down for Stand Up podcast. I've got with me today Andy, and it goes by Andy the Scottish Pirate.
Hello.
Hey, so the first question I'm going to jump straight into the Scottish Pirate. Why? Where the hell did that come from?
Well, and basically, I've got a really dark sense of humour, so
Oh,
I thought, why not call myself Andy the Scottish Pirate?
okay, fair enough. Were there ever any pirates in Scotland?
Not that I know of.
You're the first.
Yeah,
You're bringing it back.
definitely.
Are we the old-fashioned pirate, or are we now more of the Somalian pirate? We decided our niche yet?
I would say a bit in old-fashioned piracy.
Roger, we'll stick with that one, yeah? Nice
Yeah,
and safe. Okay, so we're fairly new to comedy, correct?
yeah, pretty new. I done the Ultra Comedy event, and that's why I kind of want to progress in my comedy journey.
Hey, how did that go?
It went really well. I'm still completely buzzing from the high you get being on stage.
Like, was it your first time ever on stage?
Pretty much in front of a crowd of 200 people.
Oh,
It
okay. Oh,
was
straight in
it
the
was
deep end.
awesome. It was really good.
That is straight in the deep end.
Pretty much, yeah. 8 weeks training, then you put on two sold out shows. One in the
Yeah.
morning, one like 1:30, and I was on the afternoon show at 5:30. And everyone done absolutely brilliant. It was a really good day. We raised over £9,000 for charity.
Okay, what charity?
My charity was Sam H. It's a Scottish mental health charity,
Okay.
which is pretty important to myself because I've dealt with mental health problems throughout my life.
Mm.
And as a man, you can probably relate to this. We bottle things up a lot,
Mm. Yeah.
and there's a stigma attached to men's mental health. So I want to kind of take that stigma away and replace it by laughter.
Mm.
And that's my kind of motto in life. That it's better to laugh than cry.
So would you say your comedy comes from a happy place, or it comes from a place deep buried down that you can you know, broadcast to the world?
Most of my comedy, I would say I'm more of a storyteller than a joke teller.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of my comedy is about being an amputee and taking absolute Michael out myself and what life is like being an amputee. And being fat and Scottish. One of my jokes is I'm so fat and so Scottish. I wouldn't be surprised if my blood type is iron brew positive.
What is with Iron Brew, by the way? I've never got it. I've
For
never
the
understood
gods.
nectar of the gods. Okay, so well, I usually like to think most people get into stand up when they are at rock bottom.
Yeah,
It's that that last sort of final bashing of what, sod it, let's go for it, and it ends up just change them. It's so good for the mental health getting on stage.
it is. It's hard to explain. Like there's been I'm married, I've got two kids, and this is one of the days that's up there with that. It's unless you've been on stage, that's hard to explain. It's just a feeling of pure ecstasy, just being there, getting your first laugh, and you're like, wow, this is my stage. Then you get your second laugh, your third laugh, and it just keeps going, and you feel 10 foot tall.
I
It's
haven't got to my third laugh yet, but we're making progress. Don't rub it in. So how long
oh,
was the set?
it's what was that? Sorry,
How long was the set?
Eh, 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because yeah,
There was
usually
18 people in each show, so 5 minutes each
okay.
was pretty ample. And when we first got told we're doing 5 minutes, I thought, God, that's so scary. But the more we done, it just went like that. Being on the stage, it's like 5 minutes. Then we got flashed at 4:30, and it felt like you've just been on the stage for 2 seconds. It just goes in an instant.
Well, that's because you was doing well.
Well,
5 minutes is a lot longer when no one's laughing. I'll tell you
I
that
know.
much.
I think because it was for charity and it was friends and family there, it was a kinder audience. Like I think once I do like my first proper gig outside Ultra, I think it'll be different.
Yeah, I mean, if you're funny, you're funny. Have you been looking at other places to perform yet? Have you got some feelers out?
Yeah, there's a comedy club in Falkirk. The guys run it. Have done Ultra comedy event 2 years ago, so I've been invited to come along and do 5 minutes there. I've also been invited to do 5 minutes in Paisley, just outside Glasgow. So I am going to build up and do like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. We've got a group of us in. We've done Ultra comedy. I think about doing the Fringe next year in Edinburgh.
Well, that's not far from you, is it?
No, it's like 40 minutes on the train.
Yeah.
It's something that we can build on, we can get together and get our creative juices for
I mean, that'd be a
our style.
absolutely, yeah, that'd be absolutely a perfect, especially if you've got sort of like a camaraderie, like comradeship with people who, you know, are all of you
Yeah,
in it together.
it's a close knit group from all different walks of life, different backgrounds, but we've all got one common goal to make the world a better place, to
Yeah.
make it funnier. We've all been through different types of trauma, and laughter got us through.
Okay. Do you think so? We'll jump straight into one of the questions I wanted to ask people for the next couple of days is so. Do you think in comedy there's things you can joke about and things you shouldn't joke about, or do you think anything's on the table?
This is the tricky point. I had a few jokes that I had to kind of rewrite because some of it I got told might come across as racist, transphobic. But I've got a trans friend who's in the group, and I asked her, would it be okay for me to say this? And she's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So I think if it's said with good intentions,
Yeah.
I think it's okay. We had a guy in the group who travels on a joke about sitting in the fire exit row
Yeah.
and not stop him Lion King to help people.
Mm.
But that was before, sadly, the Indian plane crash. And I had to
Okay.
say at the comedy event, I wrote this joke 8 weeks ago, so sorry.
Yeah.
But it went down well. You got a kind of ooh, but still it went down well.
Yeah.
I think you've just got to be mindful of how the joke is said.
Mm.
Like, I don't think jokes are made to make people feel bad.
Yeah.
And it depends how, like I said, depends how it's said.
Yeah.
And I think you can joke about anything.
Mm. So I'll give an example. So, what if you don't mind me asking, what amputee do you have?
It's a left below knee
Level okay.
amputation.
So if I did a joke, saying like, oh, he like you were drunk, like, oh, he's legless,
Yeah,
like innocent,
that wouldn't bother me
funny,
at all. Like,
but
I say that when I go out, I'm going to get more leg less than I am now.
but if I pointed at you saying like this joke is about you, then that is then the I think the undertone. Like you can joke about anything as long
Yeah,
as it's not like one. It depends where it comes from. Like if
yeah,
it's from a place of humor, fine, or if it's a place of hatred, it's wrong. The
yeah,
reason I wanted to ask that question is because, yeah, obviously, have you seen what's just happened in Glastonbury with
yeah,
the chants? Do
yeah.
you do you think comedians should use their media popularity to involve politics, or is it your job's to be funny, and fuck off?
I would say we shouldn't bring our own views into it,
Yep, good answer.
like because my views on the war in Palestine and other things will be different from other people.
Hmm.
I think there's a fine line between having a joke about something and putting your views into it, because the views can might come across as you're force feeding someone
Hmm.
what you want them to believe in, and because you're famous, you get away with it, which doesn't stand right with me.
Well, no, I couldn't have asked for a better answer. To be honest, I think that yeah, you're absolutely spot on. But I do think that also does foul in return because that's what Kamala Harris tried to do, tried to get all celebrity endorsements, and it went
Yeah,
and
it's
it went completely the other way.
but I think we all know what happened with that election.
Yeah, we won't get that because we'll go to the American hatred. So so when it comes to your comedy set, so you got your 5 minutes. You've already seen what parts you want to take out, what parts you want to keep.
Yeah, like I might add back what I took out for the Ultra Comedy event. Uh, the story I got had to change was 100% genuine. 16-year-old me was speaking to someone on MSN chat.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
Uh, it was going well, and she asked me what I looked like. So I said I looked like someone from Blue, the boy band.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I'm with you still. Yeah, I'm a '91 child, so yeah, I'm just
Right,
on the cusp
so
of.
and I go, I know what you're thinking. The big man looks like Duncan. It wasn't him. It wasn't even Lee. Or the wee fat guy no one can remember. Yes, I said Simon. And Simon being the only black guy, I'm not black. Well, at least one part of me's black. Then I go, but that was a lie as well. So I got told to take the one part of me's black out.
Brilliant.
So no,
How
I
did that work out in the end?
I took I just went, well, clearly I'm not black. I didn't get a second date. That went down well. And the other one was about being an amputee and having phantom pain.
Okay.
I then said, with my ADHD and autism, it's got me lying awake at night thinking, do trans women have morning, phantom morning glory?
Yeah. Okay. Go on. I love that.
Which I got told you take out.
Oh
But I
no,
think,
no, no, no! Not for 1 second. Not for one. Do not take it out. Do not off. No, that's brilliant. Like, anyway, we're a joke. People are going to like it or they're going to dislike it.
yeah,
Anyone who actively speaks out against it hasn't got the emotional capability to deal with it, anyways. So
pretty much, yeah.
fuck their input. To be honest, that is a funny joke. And if your trans mate laughed at it, like then people just get offended on other people's behalfs.
Yeah. Like, I think like obviously being an amputee, you do think, well, the other people have this because phantom pain is an absolute little shit. It's horrible, and I do a joke about that. It's like when I walk down the street, my leg kicks out. I look like Michael Jackson doing the Thriller, or Elvis doing a all shook up. And to me, it's personal to what I go through, and there's bound to be other people think the same way. the other amputees get this? Because obviously it is an amputation. If you think about it, you will have sensation.
Hmm. I'm sorry. I know this is not factually correct in Grey's Anatomy, when one of them's an amputee, one leg missing, and she starts getting the pain, so they stick a knife through the leg.
Ooh, ouch.
No, like through the prosthetic.
Yeah,
So like, so then would how would that affect the mind? Be like, I've just been stabbed, or would that like bring you back to reality that hold on, there isn't anything there?
I don't know. Like, because when I
Go
get
get the
phantom
kitchen knife
pain,
and
when I get phantom pain, what I do is I'll rub the leg that I've still got in the place that is itchy, and the brain switches the signal over. Like,
was it like left brain, right brain crap?
yeah, it's strange because there's treatments you can get. It's like a glass box. You put the leg you've still got and like the stump that you've got, and you can move like your right foot or left foot, and it
Yeah.
looks like the other one's moving.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, like them. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm with you on that. So the one I want to go back to. So let's quickly do a run through on this. So your trans joke, brilliant, funny. I love it. You say it on stage, and there's nothing. How would you react to that?
I would just go, well, I thought it was funny.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then just continue the set.
Yeah.
Okay. What's because obviously we've done the one show, and you smashed it out the park, brilliant. What? How do you think you can mentally prepare yourself for bombing on stage, and how would you get over that?
Eh, see, I always think the worst. Ex like, expect the worst and hope for the best.
The iron brew's half full, half empty.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, like, if I go on the stage thinking I'm going to absolutely bomb it, then anything else is a bonus.
Okay.
Because the way I see it, there's no point going through life thinking, I'm the best, I'm going to do brilliant, I'm going to get laugh after laugh after laugh. Then when you do get a bad show, you're like, what the hell? You've got to be realistic in this game. Like you just said, not every joke is going to be funny to everyone.
No, no.
Like
And the
you've
hard
just got to
and the
pick
hard
your best joke and hope for the best.
and the hard bit I always found quite like amusing is that what you think is your best joke can end up being your worst joke, and the
Yeah,
joke you just wrote, oh, I'll just add that in as well, sod it, a little like segue bit, and that absolutely kills it.
I know. That's like I've wrote kind of like wee one-liners, like I don't limp, I strut with a dramatic pause,
Yeah.
like wee things like that, or my left leg is on permanent holiday, lazy
Yeah.
bastard. You know what I mean? So like wee things like that, I think, is it funny? Is it going to work? And I think doing the Ultra Comedy event was a time for me to trial what I think is funny.
I've just thought of one. I know, like, never use this because I know it's going to be shit for you. Uh, is there anything along to do with how the army march? Left, left, left,
Yeah,
skip out the right, left.
right. I also done one saying, I hear peg legs are back in fashion. If you don't believe me,
Yeah,
Google
okay.
pegging.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay. Oh, see, as it's because I've never seen a amputee comedian, so it's all new material I've never heard of. Like,
Well,
I, like I'm not,
there's
I'm going to spoil it for you. There are fat comedians out there. I'm going to burst that bubble already. There are a couple of fat jokes out there already.
yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, yeah,
see,
you've
I
stolen
thought
my niche, you
putting like the
bastard.
Scottish spin on it. I'm so fat and Scottish, and I also mentioned about having a speech impediment while looking at my leg. I'm like, I'm fat, I'm Scottish, and kind of look at my leg getting the audience to think I'm going to say about my leg, then I go, and I've got a speech impediment. So it's kind of left turn, so to speak,
Yeah,
making them think you're going to go one way, but you go another way.
out the other. I like that because I've about was it about 3 episodes back? I had a blind Asian comedian, and he opens his set with, "It's like I know what I look like," and he goes on about how he looks like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
And like,
No, I open my set by going, hello, my name's Andy, but my friends call me Peggy. I'll let you figure out why. Because I go on stage with a pair of shorts on.
so it's all visible.
Yeah,
Is that does that like coincide with the pirate bit?
yeah, well, my legs got the salt tire on it. So it's a Scottish peg leg.
God, is it like where you just wrote down one joke and then like the floodgate opened?
Yeah, well, I wrote down, the first one I wrote down was about losing my leg. Because I got my bank card cloned on the same day.
Okay.
So I wrote down that, and I did do like an Indian accent, which I got told to take out. So what I added was 5 o'clock on the dot, in walks a nurse, quite tidy looking, and she's carrying a plate. I'm hungry, and I see red, I see green, I see sprinkles of yellow. She's only brought me a fucking salad. Now, do I look like somebody that eats a salad? I've still got flashbacks to this day, and I've got PTSD. Yes, post-traumatic salad disorder.
That's the worst thing that happened
So
that day.
I know,
Oh,
and I took this out. Like there's with any group, there's always a kind of dark side. So with amputees, we've got people called devotees who like pictures of the stump and all that.
okay. Well, there's a niche for everyone, isn't there? There's a fetish out there. There's
Yeah,
some porn
definitely.
website somewhere where you make a killing.
Exactly, right? So I'm like, so I got messaged asking to send photos of my thumb for £400. And I'm like, I'm sure if Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris was alive, they would definitely be into this. I said, what's a website called? Only Stumps. So like, I was going to say at the end, made like a call back and go, right guys, you've been great. I'm off to make my Only Stumps page. £400, £400. So like a wee call back to a wee joke, and it's I think you're right. I did kind of write one joke. I'm like, I'll write this, then write another one, and I feel some like at night when I'm lying in my bed, jokes come to me, or when I'm in the bathroom, jokes come to me because you do your best
Time.
thinking.
The worst time is driving because you can't pull
I know
over and write it down. So you just let my idiot brain just remember this for 5 more minutes.
it's crazy because like we got told at the training, like sit in the city and just listen and watch people go by, and
Oh,
you'll get
people watching,
material.
yeah.
Yeah, like I was sitting outside the pub that we done the training, and the guy was walking down with his headphones in, and he just shouted "fish pie," and I'm like, I wonder what's happening on the other side. And I'm like, he's either wanting fish pie for tea, or he's a chef with Tourette's.
Yeah.
So like your mind kind of takes you down wee path when you hear different things.
I always stand by. I ran a pub for 5 years. Um, there is the best bastion for comedy.
Yes,
Still, when their guards are down, and the way us Brits, I know you guys are a complete different league up there when it comes to taking the piss.
aye,
Like you are a league of your own, bloody hell. Like and just remember the stuff that everyone's ever said to you. A lot of my like one-liners and snippets. are what people have said to me, and I've got about 4 pages worth of heckling material just from what I've heard in the pub, where it's just so brutal that it is a form of art. Pub talk.
Yeah, like I said to the trainer, so if I get heckled, I'm just taking my leg off and launching at them. It's like, please don't.
Yeah,
But
see,
it's like you can make jokes like that and have a bit of fun with it.
oh, of course, everyone's there is for a laugh. So
Yeah.
you know, if they're not, then fuck them. They're not meant to be there anyways. So you've got a joke and it hasn't gone well. How many times would you want to try that joke on stage before you say? Because it might have been the wrong night, it might have been the wrong audience. How many times do you reckon you should give a joke until
I would
either
say
start it?
the rule of three.
Okay,
Try it 3 times. If it doesn't land, then I would put it aside and
yeah,
maybe reword it or kind of adjust it to see how that goes. But definitely the rule of three.
okay, yeah, that's a good answer. And where do you sort of see yourself? Like, are you doing this as a hobby? I mean, we all do it for therapy, so I know that one already. It's
Yeah.
therapy for us. Are you doing it as a hobby? Do you want to see sort of like where it goes? Have you got like a plan in mind, or are you just going for the ride?
Well, my brain's saying world domination,
It's the standard next step, isn't it? Everything is to world domination.
but realistically, like 1 gig at a time, do it as a hobby, and if I make it, I make it. If I don't, at least I say I tried.
Yeah,
It's better to regret the things you've done than regret the things you haven't done.
I completely agree. And it takes a certain type of weirdo to want to get on the stage in the first place. So I commend anyone
Definitely.
who has the balls to go up and do it for the first time. So, what advice would you give someone who's never been on stage before, from someone who's only done one show? What advice would you give someone? Just say, go do it.
Just, just do it. Like, what's stopping you? Like, there's nothing in your way, and you never know. You might be the next Peter Kay, Billy Connolly.
Well, okay, I'll do the other person. Oh, but I'm nervous. I'm scared. What if they don't like me?
When you're on stage, you're going to see nothing at all. The lights are bright. You're buzzing. Just do it like you're speaking to yourself in the bathroom or whatever. Then as soon as you get that first laugh, like euphoria will fill you and you'll just continue.
Love that. I love that. Andy the pirate. That's been Andy the Scottish pirate. Sorry, I won't dead nationalise you. That's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you ever so much for coming on the podcast, Andy.
No worries, thanks for having me.
And if we want to see you, you're around. I'm not going to give you home address. Don't worry, but it's in Falkirk, near the post. No, in between Edinburgh and Glasgow.
Yeah, I'm about 30 minutes from Glasgow and about 40 minutes from Edinburgh.
So hopefully we're going to see you on the in the Glasgow Edinburgh scene. Hopefully see you at Edinburgh Fringe next year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we'll keep an eye on you, Andy. Thank you so much.
No worries, take care.